Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And it's Friday. Weekend coming up. Little girl flag football games, visits. Lovely weekend. And Sunday, the healer from Ireland will be here, Maggie McCann, and we get to start playing together. So it's very, very exciting week for me. And then the retreat starts. I have one space left. If you're ready to open up and stand in your power and become as powerful as possible, this is the thing that will launch you. So excited. And so, got the guidance for this morning how to stay more in joy amidst all the chaos and fear that is being propagated in the world. And Archangel Michael and Metatron are here to help guide us through this. And so I always ask, which are the decks that need to come through and help us understand all of this better? And the transparent owl came in, which was lovely. And then Archangel the Wild Woman Rising deck came in, and the Akashic Tarot. Now, the Transparent Owl and the Akashic Tarot are both a little difficult for me to read. For one, I don't read tarot for tarot's meanings much. And two, both of them are not traditional tarot. So they've got different symbols about them. And so I asked for which cards from the Transparent Tarot. Now, remember, we're talking about joy in the midst of chaos and fear. And this is the card, the Five of Pens, which is equivalent to the Five of Swords in a regular tarot deck. Look at the fierceness of that owl. This is, the colors aren't real high vibe. It's kind of bleak and dark. And so then I look up the meaning of the Five of Swords, and it's like I want to go, I'm going to choose another card here. But I know that that Michael and Metatron were in control of this. And so the meaning of the Five of Swords is failure. Your plans are all going to hell in a handbasket, and things are just going to look bleak. And it was like, are you kidding me? And that is truly what is being propagated out there in the world. That is what the media would like us to believe. Just this constant influx of all the bad things that are happening in the world, in our country, in our city, all of it. Why would that be a focus? Well, number one, it sells, because we are very much in the dramatic aspect. We want all the drama. We want to see that. The other is fear and chaos are easy to control people within those energies. And that is truly why the powers that were would love for us to stay in fear and get embroiled in the chaos. And so it was like, okay. And then the next card that came up from the Akashic Tarot was the Archangel Michael. And interesting, because he's one of the guides that are here. And Michael is all about the warrior aspect, that strength, the power that we have, and being with us, guiding us, and giving us the insights, inklings, and understandings, and being able to call on Michael. So it's like this is the situation as they would like us to believe it is, and this is the beginning of the remedy. Standing in the power. Now, Michael is the warrior angel, and I call on Michael a lot because I'm a warrior, and I know the power of intention in the process of how we're living. But we have to be very mindful in what we bring in. And that's this, like, we can look at the plans, what we would all like is to move into utopia now. We would like it to all be done. And we're on that other side where we're working in unity, and we're going to be concerned about our neighbor and them about us. It's what's happening in between that the plans are kind of going downhill. It's gonna look really scary. it's going to look real unsettling and chaotic. What it's going to move us back into are the small group communities helping one another survive this. That's the beginning. We're going to begin to understand more on how we want to stay connected to these small group communities in order to be in this new way of living. And we're going to be forced into it. And that's why it's going to look pretty awful. And Michael's going, but don't worry. I'm here with you. You have got this. The next card came up from the Wild Women Rising. Embrace the interior winter. This time of seeming bleakness, this time of, okay, we're kind of frozen here right now. We don't have a lot of the norm that we have been used to. And we're going to have to learn to do things in a different way. And this interior winter is that time of quiet, that time when we connect to Creator. We allow them to come in and we really start looking to the divine for the everyday living guidance, just how we can walk through this new place that the world is moving into. And this is not like, next month. It's all being fueled now, but we're looking at the next 10 to 12 years of pretty chaotic looking world in all aspects. We're going to need one another in support, whether it's in growing the food, in getting the resources we need. We're going to learn how to work more harmoniously. And we're not going to have that continuous input of this is who you need to blame, this is why, and then the desire to keep us in fear and powerlessness. And we're going to need to dig deep. Look how intense she is. Look how fearless she is. That is us. We are going to need to learn to dig deep. And that is why we want that constant mantra. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Guide me. It's like, what is my next best step here? How can I be that purveyor of light in the world? How can I be the one that sheds the hope? And hope isn't my favorite word, but it is a word people really buy into as being very high vibrational. To me, it's somewhat powerlessness. What can I choose to do is more where I'm at. But this does bring people to a higher vibration when they have hope that things are going to be okay. And I am here right now telling you they will be okay. It is just going to look pretty rocky between that. So we want to dig deep. We want to get quiet in that interior winter with Creator to seek the guidance and allow this time of when things seem to really be falling apart to allow us to go inward for the guidance and connect to our higher power and Creator on a regular basis. And then the next one was practice flexibility. Being rigid in this is going to limit how you can move through with higher vibration. One of the things that come up for me when I get close to a retreat, I have been doing these for a while and I know what Creator does. And so I am very flexible in the structure of the retreat, because when these people come together, our collective energies really guide us into what is necessary and needed for each person. And so, but what happens is my ego starts going, what if I don't have enough? What if things, maybe I need to line it out better. Maybe I need, all these kind of old voices come in. I know the power of being flexible. And I also know the disempowerment of when you have this regimented schedule and you don't have access to providing for each person exactly what they need. And so the old programming comes in and I start to hit these little moments of panic. It's like, what if I don't have what everybody needs there? And it's like, whew, stop it. Flexibility is the name of the game when it comes to walking truly in your power. Because as you are presented with opportunities in your daily walk to look at things differently, to look at the world differently, we want to be flexible enough to be willing to change our point of view, to then go change our vantage point, change our perception, because we're going to get a lot of input. We want to definitely take it to our gut for purview. Is this good? Is this not good guidance? Because there's lots right out there. What did I see recently on YouTube in a short? And it was a guidance about plants. I love, I'm a gardener. I love to do things. And it was so wrong, so not good. And it was that little signal that, everything on here needs to be put through our divine empowered filter. And that's why, again, the retreats are huge for me, because it is teaching people to trust themselves more, to run through their divine energetic aspect, their power, to know what is truth and what is a lie. And we're really going to need our internal barometer, thermometer, I'm not sure, our internal checks. And that's why it's real important to stay open, willing, ready, guide me. So you have that constant connection to the energy of the divine, bringing up Mother Gaia's energy to keep you in balance, but in tune, so that you know when the information coming to you is bullshit. And there is so much out there. I saw a YouTube video about how to grow better tomato plants and have way more production. And it was mixing yeast and water and watering it. And I kept the video on the in case. I thought, I've got to run that. I haven't gone back to it. I question that. There's several things that make me question, and you want to question things. You want to be the real meter inside yourself, connected to your higher power. And you want to remember your wings. Remember your power. You have the ability to move to that higher perspective of the creator, to see the bigger picture. That is going to be a very powerful tool for us staying in the joy, as is the open, willing, ready, guide me connection, because that is where our higher selves step in and help us move into that next best step for us, for our growth and for what we are offering to the world. This isn't a time to doubt yourself. This isn't a time to second guess everything that you do. This is the time to really own the power of your intention. I had the privilege yesterday of teaching a group of women in an organization called PEO that I'm involved in. And PEO is an incredible organization. I invite you all to check it out. It is a women's only organization, and it is a philanthropic educational organization. Our whole purpose is to raise money to send women to school or back to school, provide them with the means to make that happen. And it is such an incredible thing. But I got to teach a short class, because every month we have a meeting and we have a program. And the program was mine on the power of our intention. It's part of what I teach at Community Ed. It's like the focus of every retreat I do, because that is my path. And I'm passionate about moving people into their divine energetic power, helping them recognize it, work with it, trust it, filter everything through it, because you are that meter, that balance, and you will know what is truth and what is a lie. But you've got to understand your power, and you need to start practicing it. And again, that's what I love about the retreat, is it's a concentrated time of walking with someone who lives in that regularly, being guided every day to use yours, to unfold in it, to really start harvesting the truth about yourself from all of these lies we've been taught, all of this programming through the years that we've been taught to live in the guidance of everything else out there and not trust ourselves. That is true with our physicality, with the medical system, with governmental systems. All of this we need to start filtering through our truth meters. So what kind of started as kind of a I don't this is the card for this message today, but it is that guidance that things are going to look really awful. We want to stand in our power, hold our energy, keep our vibration higher. That is how we are now really pushing the darkness to the edges. And they're getting louder. It's going to look a lot more chaotic, and it could lead us into that place of fear if we are not standing in our power, staying connected to our higher power, and walking with that higher vibration constantly by practicing gratitude, by shedding pure love and joy for 30 seconds every day, by doing daily energy routines on ourselves to keep our energy flowing and balanced. Those are the tools we need. So, I think we are complete for today. This retreat, the next one starts in less than a week. It starts on Wednesday. If you're intrigued and you want to come, reach out to me. We can work it out. There is still just one spot left. I know there is someone out there who's going to run with this information and flourish in this setting. And I am happy to help you figure out how to make it happen for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.